This is your boy Hey Seven. Welcome to another episode of Future Star TV. Today I'm here with my son King Zion. And today is the 1st of August and it's Emancipation Day. For those who don't know, Emancipation Day is basically the celebration of the end of slavery for African people. Alright, now it's mostly celebrated throughout the Caribbean. However, this video is basically to highlight that celebration. Now, I've been living in St. Lucia for the past 18 years and I've yet to see any celebration or tribute for Emancipation Day. Alright, now I'm originally from Guyana, and 1st of August is a very massive celebration in Guyana, especially in the area of Georgetown. There's a mass celebration where people dress in their African clothing, the African attire, and they go out and celebrate. I should think that Caribbean islands, all Caribbean islands, should be celebrating Emancipation Day. To be honest, I think Emancipation Day should be the biggest celebration in the Caribbean. However, there is little attention or emphasis placed on Emancipation Day, and I really don't understand why. And I always wonder, why is that? You know, we have Carnival, which is widely celebrated throughout the Caribbean, and lots of money is placed into Carnival. Millions of dollars is poured into Carnival to have these massive parties and celebrations. And you know, a lot of tourists come to the Caribbean because of Carnival. We have lots of money goes into Christmas. You know, there's a celebration of Christmas and it's a corporate celebration. Everybody makes a lot of money for Christmas. There's a lot of events for Easter. Basically, a lot of holidays. Mother's Day is one of those holidays that get a lot of attention. But when it comes to Emancipation Day, there is zero attention. Now, I spoke to some of my Jamaican friends, and based on what they said, they told me that in Jamaica, there is some sort of celebration in Jamaica. I heard there's a little bit of celebration in Trinidad, there's a little celebration in Barbados, but I know for a fact that there's a celebration in Guyana. But the rest of the Caribbean islands, I really can't speak of them. But what I've noticed that a lot of these islands don't really have any celebration for Emancipation Day. So what I would like for you guys to let me know, if you're in any of these Caribbean islands, let me know in the comment section if you guys celebrate Emancipation Day, how big is it, and does the government place any emphasis in celebrating Emancipation Day. Now, with that being said, as I was saying, St. Lucia it was a British colony, and you would think for an island that was enslaved by the British and went through all these hardship and turmoil and all these abuse, you would think that Emancipation Day would be widely celebrated across the island. And it's not. And I wonder why. I wonder, is this a deliberate thing that the governments of these islands has made some sort of agreement not to celebrate this holiday, like not to make it a public awareness that why Emancipation Day is so important? Because I just don't understand it. Millions of people lost their lives in the Caribbean. Millions of people lost their lives in many territories where there was slavery. And there is yet to have any real tribute, recognition as to what has transpired. And I can't understand why. I really can't understand why. You know, and when I really begin to look at it, and I see there's a pattern, there's a trend, where a lot of the Caribbean islands celebrate Carnival before Emancipation Day. Most islands celebrate. There is Dominica, Antigua, St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad. All of these islands celebrate their Carnival from January to July. Between these 6 months, there's a celebration of Carnival, of drinking, partying, you know the works, you know what Carnival is. But there is zero emphasis on Emancipation Day. And to be honest, I think Emancipation Day should be the biggest celebration in the Caribbean. I think all islands should go all out for Emancipation Day. It should be educated in the school system. It should be highly televised. You know, everybody should be encouraged to dress in their African heritage clothing. You know, the artwork should be be on display. They should have big reggae music, whatever music is playing, whatever creativity was created out of slavery should be on display. But it's not. You know, we're celebrating all other holidays, and yet still, Emancipation Day gets zero attention. So I would like to really understand why is this. You know, maybe in time I'm going to do another video and speak to the authorities to find out why Emancipation Day gets so little attention. Basically no attention at all. You know, there are times when I see there's a small community of Rastafarians who try to do something for Emancipation Day. They would hold a small gathering, and they would beat the drums, you know, they will sing their songs, they will do a little chanting, but it's a very small group, very, very small group. And this is not good. It's not good for our culture, it's not good for our history. It's like they're trying to erase what has happened. So for us we celebrate Carnival and every other holiday, and when it comes down to Emancipation Day, nothing. Zero attention. But as I said, as a child growing up in Guyana, Emancipation Day was widely celebrated. We would all go to the national park. There would be music, there would be dancing, there would be people dressing their wear or dress however. But basically, it's a big celebration. But in the Caribbean islands, it's no celebration at all. So I want to encourage everybody to learn the history, and I think the government throughout the Caribbean needs to really do more for the people in the Caribbean in regards to highlighting Emancipation Day. I think everybody needs to put more effort into Emancipation Day. We shouldn't just sweep this under the rug and say it's a holiday and just go to the beach or go on a lime somewhere and not even acknowledging what Emancipation Day is. In St. Lucia, we have Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is also one of St. Lucia's biggest celebration. And everybody goes out and wear their clothing with the designs, you know, the pattern designs. Everybody wears their clothing with the patterns, with African colors, you know, all the design, the checkers. And I like it. It's very creative. They celebrate the heritage of how they used to live. But my thing is, that should be Emancipation Day. That shouldn't be Oktoberfest. So sometimes I get to wonder, was this something that was created by the system to divert the attention from Emancipation Day and then give them Creole Fest? I don't know. That's just my own personal observation. You guys let me know what you think. All right. I realize Dominica also have Oktoberfest. Again, large money is placed into Oktoberfest. Artists come in, millions of dollars is spent to bring in international artists, to have parties, to drink. But when it's Emancipation Day, people, there is nothing. There is no artists flying in. There is no dress code. There is no decoration. There is no history being taught. Nothing. We really need to do better as a people to highlight the importance of Emancipation Day and to remind our generation why this day is so significant. We need to really do better. I also need to do better in educating, but I cannot do this alone. I think everybody, especially the government system, needs to do better and reinforcing the importance of Emancipation Day. I don't know if this is going to upset the higher order of the people who ended slavery or the people who were the ones enslaving our ancestors, but I think we need to do better. The government needs to do better to reinforce, to spend the money, not just only on Carnival, on Christmas and Creole Day and Mother's Day. We really need to enforce and emphasize the importance of Emancipation Day, people. So I just want to make this video. I'm going to do another video on it to ask the people, ask the public what they think about Emancipation Day and why they don't celebrate Emancipation Day the same way they do as Creole Fest and all these other holidays. Okay, people? So let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section. But this is your boy 7 here. This is Future Star TV, and we out.